Uh, this is actually going to be a smelting 101 for me, meaning that this is pretty much, I'm at the beginning of my whole time of doing this. I've been an armorer for 10 years, I've been doing blacksmith work for about 8. I've never done this in the time frame my whole family besides myself does, so I thought I might as well try it out myself. What I'm using right here is just your good old-fashioned pair of horse nail clippers. They work for everything. I normally cut rivets with them, but right now I'm trimming up a piece of pewter, which you will see turn into a hammer, which I'm not going to show you at the moment. But that's the beginning. Now, as it starts, you have a few key tools to be able to do smelting. The first one is some form of crucible. Now, for what we're smelting, which is pewter, you could do this on your stove with a non-stick pot. I'm not talking the kind with Teflon, I'm talking the kind with steel with a non-stick surface. You can melt this in there. It's a very low temperature. It's really good to start with. It's also fairly inexpensive. This, on the other hand, is a fairly moderate form of smelting pot. This cannot melt steel, but it can melt other precious metals, and or most precious metals. So, this is where I started because this is what I have. Now, this is what you use to pour with it. I have no actual notion of what the name of it is. Again, I'm new to this. You can see that there's pewter on there because I have failed at some point in time to actually get the pewter hot enough and decided to pour preemptively. This is a different type of spout pour thing. But I didn't like it very much and it's having a hard time with me, it keeps clogging. So that's that. This is pewter. This is what we're using to turn into said artifact or said piece that we're working with. So yeah, you can get this at most craft stores. Some places won't carry it, but that's something you'll have to find out yourself. I don't rightly know where it comes from. I get mine off the internet. This is soapstone. We are carving into soapstone to make molds. You can see there's little scratched in molds there. They're actually quite a bit harder than you'd think to make. I use a Dremel tool in most cases. That makes it easier than sculpting tools to get the fine edges. But before and after. I find that one of these is useful, but I find a flathead screwdriver to be useful at almost every occasion I can possibly use one. For me at this point in time, it's to pry the son of a bitch out of the mold. So, we're going to do a pour. First thing you do is you make sure to clear off the top, because you're going to have a sediment layer of what's called slag. So we're going to pull off the slag. Pulling off the slag. See, it looks kind of like that. It looks kind of junky, it looks kind of like dirt. Not very pleasant. Not good to pour into stuff, makes your stuff all gritty. So you get rid of the slag, and then you have a clean top. Once again, just check the surface area, pull it away just so it's clean. You take your other stone for what I'm doing, or I'm taking my other stone. I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it, but it's how I found to do it. So here we go. Take your molten metal, pour it into your form, and set your other stone on top. At this point in time, it's cooling down, and rightly, that's about as far as I've gotten this. Pull that off. You can see it's a nice flat piece of metal with a bunch of slag around it. But at this point in time, it just looks like a flat disc. Wait, you go like this. Wait till it cools down a little bit, and then we can pull it on out of its mold. You'll see there's a hammer on the other side, and then there's a hammer on this side. Is it too much clay?
No, it's good.
Then what you do is you trim away as I showed you when I started, and you get that. After said scrapings and said grindings, you come to the point and conclusion where you have that, which is a slightly more detailed, slightly more cleaned up version of the same thing. You could do more to them with a file and things like that, as I'll show throughout all the other videos we do, the ones I'll be wearing and the ones that other people will be wearing. But this is our basic mold. Hi. This is casting one of those hammers I talked about in one of our videos. Oh, not if I do that, it's not. I have a pewter mold that's stuck inside my ball. Never want pewter stuck in your balls. Always make sure your mold is cleared. Mine is not. That mold did not pour right. I'm going to go back to the other tool. Clear this, take a screwdriver, pull it, pop that out. It can fly. This one's going to be recast into the pot. So take pliers, go back. But it's still hot. Go back to the old faithful. Make sure the tool's warm. Clear it of as much slag. Put it over the top, make sure there's no slag in your pour. Surface. Pull the slag off.
I know where to fix it later.
Take that. Now you take that, pull that, pour there. That's a raw pour for our single part molds. Looks really ugly when you start. Comes out fairly nice when you get done. Now it's a pour. Same thing again. Pull all the slag away. Grab the pewter. Pour it into the mold. Press the stone. There you go. Wait for it to cool slightly. Oh, that one didn't cool long enough at all. I'm peeling the hammer right apart. That's the first time. That's never happened before.
Got a little impatient, didn't you?
Maybe. Never had that happen before though. Again, I think I might have mixed a lower quality pewter into this. Pretty sure it's exactly what I did, but it's okay. I'm just trying to have fun. I just got myself. That was kind of warm.
Any tips you could give people?
Don't splash hot molting pewter on your pants. Other than that, no, I'm new to this. Probably make 2-part molds. Don't copy me. Might be a good one, I don't know. There you go. There's a hammer. For all you would-be Vikings out there. I prefer mine to be made of more precious metals. But smelting gold is expensive. Be patient with your cooldown. As I've already shown, you can fuck up pretty easily. These are coming out much better. That's a good one. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, I forgot to torch the stone before I started. That's probably why those first casts came out funky, because the oil was still on it.
Hmm.
Sploosh. Came out nice though.
Yeah, but that could be a little hazardous.
This?
Yeah.
Splooshing metal everywhere? What? That's not my room anymore. Aw, they didn't give me a lid. Pull them out by hand. That's the way to do it. Hot metal. It's hot. Armor isn't very smart.
Is it fighting back?
It's just not giving up as easy as it should. Pewter! Soft.
Why save that one at all?
Hmm?
Since it's giving you so much difficulty.
What do you mean?
Why not just toss the whole one?
I like the hammer. It came out the right way. The back's not dented at all.
Oh.
If you look at these, there's a warp in the back. Still a warp in the back. Can you see that?
No, it's glared. There we go.
See the warp? No warp. Keep it because there's no warp, and that's key. Then your piece is done right. Just showing a quick cleanup on it. This is my method of cleaning it, not everybody's by any means. I'm still new to this whole casting thing, so I just do what I know how to do. I've been an armorer for a decade, so I know how to use armoring tools.
Not smelting tools?
No, I'm not a blacksmith by trade. I know how to use a forge a lot better than I know how to use this thing. I've made me my fair share of knives, but I have not made me my fair share of pewter casted goods. Never been my thing. I say I like instant gratification, and you know, this I guess is pretty damn instant, but not really when it comes to taking 7 hours to make a mold. To then get to pour, you know, 300 of these things, yeah. A more clean version of it. That is how easy it is to make a smelting piece. But making the mold's the bitch. This part's the fun part. And cut.